Let's take you back to Pretoria now. That's where the Basic Education Department has been ordered to publish the matric results on all public platforms. Now, the lobby group, AfriForum, hauled the Basic Education Department, the minister there, Angie, and her department to court this morning. Let's get the latest now from our senior reporter, Ziyanda Ngcobo, who is at the court. Ziyanda, the department clearly cannot hide behind the POPI Act in order to not disseminate the results. What were the reasonings?
Well, a very quick and short judgment that was handed down by Judge Anthony Miller, basically saying that it was in the interest of the national interest rather to have those results published, primarily because of the issues of not everyone being able to have access to the internet, to be able to either go on online platforms, to be able to access the matric results, but also the geographical reasons behind this, because you'd know, Xoli, that as a result of the decision by the Basic Education Department, in order for you to be able to attain your results, or obtain them, I should say, you would need to go back to the school to physically go and fetch your results. Now, the issue there is many might not even be around or be in their initial location or close to the school. And AfriForum's advocate Quintus argued that it would also act against why they were trying to protect the information, because you'd have to then give your unique matric examination number to another person, which in and of itself then violates the issues around privacy, which the department was actually arguing. But I'm joined now by AfriForum's Natasha Venter, who is one of those who helped put these papers together and brought this matter before the courts. Perhaps then we should start off by reflecting on why AfriForum decided to take a stand and bring this matter to the court on an urgent basis.
So firstly, I think the matter is twofold. We stated that this decision by the department to rely on POPI was irrational, and the court has agreed with us in this case, because only the examination numbers of the pupils are published in the papers on media platforms. Therefore, no personal information is made public. And also, in the interest of the learners, they should be able to access their results as soon as possible, and we want them to celebrate with whomever they choose to share the examination number with.
And now that this order has been granted in your favor, how does AfriForum feel?
We are very satisfied and we welcome the order, and we hope now that the matriculants have worked hard, especially these past couple of years, or the 2 years with the COVID regulations. They really had to put in a lot of effort. Our teachers have had to put in a lot of effort, that they can now celebrate freely and have access to their results as soon as possible.
Do you have faith that the Education Department will be able then to ensure that all these results are published on time? The commitment was that this would happen by Friday, but of course perhaps then this order will have an impact of that, because they'd have to speak to media platforms and so on, which is a process, according to what I heard in court. It takes a bit of time, isn't it?
Yes, so the department made this decision on the 10th of January, or they announced this decision. So they already have all of the data available. They have collected all of the data, so they don't have to start from scratch. They simply have to share it with the media platforms, who will then be able to publish it. And we hope this will happen on the 20th of January as planned.
Thank you very much. That's Natasha Venter. Xoli, she's with AfriForum. She's within the Education Advocacy Unit within AfriForum. And so she was dealing with this matter quite closely, saying that there should be no delay then on the part of the Basic Education Department to ensure that come Friday in the newspapers and any other platform, those matric results will be released, regardless of whether or not this order was only granted today.
Is fast approaching, Ziyanda. Any indication from the department that they might oppose or rather appeal this decision?
Too soon, Xoli, too soon. I mean, there was an advocate in court here today representing the Basic Education Minister, the Chief Information Officer and the Media Liaison Officer as well, the Chief Director here in court. But we haven't spotted any Basic Education Department officials. You'll know, Xoli, that this judgment was literally handed down just 10 minutes ago, but certainly now all eyes will be turning towards the Basic Education Department, and whether or not then they are prepared enough, whether or not they've spoken to all the media houses perhaps that they need to assist them in publishing these results, and what exactly the process is to ensure then that by Friday all those results are out and that these pupils will be able to get access to them, bearing in mind, Oli, that this year the matric results are being released much later than usual. And, part of the argument in the papers was that, they used an affidavit from a matric pupil who was studying here in Pretoria, was now based in Gqeberha, and they literally have a margin of error for a week before they start their curriculum at the University of the Free State. So this is also part of the urgency that saw this matter being brought to this court.
That's our senior reporter Ziyanda Ngcobo live for us at the Pretoria High Court, where a decision has just been released. The court ordering that the matric results be released on the usual media platforms.